So it's interesting. I think it's very interesting. So let's just do a quick summary of what's happened. So as you guys know, I posted a video right before the Rams game about how to beat them, and we did zero of those things. That's why we lost. But that's another story. And a lot of things has happened since that video. You're probably like, well, Will, where have you been? Where have you been? I mean, we've seen someone get slapped at the Oscars on live television before we've seen one of your videos. I mean, that's how long it's been. And the thing is I was mad and sad and depressed about this football team. And then, everything started crashing out. It was the playoff loss. Then he retires. And it looked like the Titanic was going under. It's that scene in Titanic when, they kind of start to realize this thing's going under, right? The ship's it was here, and then now we're when Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, I think that's her name, right? It was right about here. The Titanic was looking like this, and they're kind of hanging on. They're like, oh, dang, we're going down. That's basically where I was at, and I couldn't make a video on it. I just it was too hard to see where we were and then see the ship go right down. But then all of a sudden it was going down. The ship's about to break in half and sink all together. We're at almost that point in Titanic, and then all of a sudden the ship just randomly just bails all the water. It was yo, you thought we were gonna sink? Psych! We float back up. We go, and then now we made it all the way to America, and we're gonna go back. And we're gonna go back. We're gonna go all the way back to Europe. And I mean, I don't understand. So Brady retires. This is a domino effect. Then Ali Marpet retires. I mean, the amount of things that I could have predicted. The Ali Marpet retiring at his prime. I mean, that was just random. And then it was oh, we're going to get Deshaun Watson. We're going to get Deshaun Watson. And it was oh, I don't know. And then Brady comes back. And then everybody decides to come out as a Fournette. Jensen. Godwin signs a long-term deal. And then there were so many rumors. Oh, Brady's going to go to the 49ers. Oh, Brady's going to go to the Dolphins. Oh, Brady's going to... And then I kept saying, oh, that's crap. He's not... He likes Bruce Arians. It's a bunch of crap. The whole... It's crap. Well, apparently it was not. Because head coach... The latest news is now our head coach, Bruce Arians, has just retired. I don't think anybody understands the concept of running it back. Because it's we get Tom Brady back. And it's okay, now you're supposed to come back. And then he doesn't come back. You need, but whatever. So, but apparently, Bruce Arians is now just retiring, and Todd Bowles is now our head football coach. This is a massive deal. I mean, back in the old Buccaneers days, this was the best news of the year, is when we would get our new head coach. We would make the headlines for one day. SportsCenter might actually have a little bit of a piece on us the next day that I could watch. We might appear on Colin Cowherd that day for 5 minutes. The podcast might mention us for a second. It was a great day. And now it just happens in 5 minutes. And it's almost non-news compared to, what all other stuff that's been going down. So this is interesting. Why did this happen? I'll tell you why. I have a source that is close to the Glazer family. As you guys know, this is the owner of the Bucs. And I'll read the text. This is what I was received by a personal close friend of the Glazers. If I could find it. And I can. Here we go. I was told Tom Brady was not a fan of Bruce Arians. He left every day around 4 to head to the bar. Look, okay, I'm actually not going to read it, but because I feel bad. But basically what the text said was that Brady did not like Bruce Arians. He was too lackadaisical. Their personalities clashed too much because Tom's so go, 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 work hard. And then Bruce Arians is just kind of hey, man, kind of just loosey-goosey. Brady ain't having it. He's not. And it kind of showed, honestly, sometimes during the season. Colin Cowherd was pretty good on that. But it's funny because it looks like that part of Brady coming back, from this text, I was told that Brady basically came back because the Glazers worked it out that Bruce Arians would be gone. I cannot believe that happened. Now, Bruce Arians is going to be in the front office, and it's just weird. The whole he's transitioning to front, that's a bunch of crap. he got fired. They asked him. It's an awkward situation because the Glazers love both Brady and Arians. So it's like, okay, well, we can't just like fire Arians. It's kind of weird. So I think honestly, this actually made me gain a lot more respect for Arians because I think what happened was I think Arians knew that maybe they didn't get along, maybe this and this. And Arians swallowed the pride and did what was best for the team and said, okay, Tom's really the one who makes the difference here. I'll take an advisory role. I'll kind of be away from it, and Brady can come back. And I think so I still have a lot of respect for Arians for doing that because a lot of coaches would have been like, my way or the highway. Like, you either choose him or me. You either fire me. Like, and Arians, it looks like, just kind of not, obviously Arians did what was best for the team, and I have to respect him for that. I have to respect him, and it's just weird that all this was true about our internal problems, which I thought we were perfect, and then it looks like we weren't, and that's kind of the case in a lot of places. I mean, Brady and Belichick, it's happened before with Brady. I mean, we've seen it before now. This is all just insane, and here we go, I guess. Todd Bowles' era apparently starts right now on March 30th, Wednesday, March 30th, Todd Bowles' era. Coincidentally, this comes out when the new In the Current episode comes out, which, by the way, if you're not watching that, I don't know what you're doing. I mean, you have YouTube, you watch me, you need to be watching In the Current. It's the show the Bucks produce, behind-the-scenes stuff about the Bucks and everything. It's awesome. Okay, you need to be watching it. Okay, it's actually a requirement to watch my videos. There's a prerequisite to watch my videos. You don't even read the description. It's right there, prerequisite. In fact, if you click on this video and you haven't watched In the Current, it tells me. I get a notification, and I go and I find you, and I get mad at you. All right? So here's the deal. So what now? I mean, Todd Bowles' era, I guess. I mean, I don't really have any insight to the. Well, actually, I have great insight to this. I just told you about my extremely credible source, and a lot of you have already came out and started trying to text me. Oh, that makes no sense. Well, you don't have a source. You don't have. Okay, you can believe me or not believe me, but I want to be saying this if this was not a real this person knows things. Okay, and they could be wrong. Like, this could just be a whole false narrative thing. I don't know. I mean, I'm just presenting you information that I was given from a more than credible source, like literally the Glazers, one of their closest friends. But that's all right. That's right. You don't have to believe me. You can text me on Snapchat. You can just credit me. You know how some of you guys do that. It's very it actually compliments me that you take time out of your day to do that. But, wow. And of course, all this news, even when Tom Brady came back, I was at dinner. I had to make the waitress leave. And then Bruce Arians gets canned while I was at dinner again tonight. I practically never go out to dinner. So the two times I go out to dinner, there's breaking Buccaneers news, and I have to step away from the table. I have to call half my friends. I have to call my family. I have to call everybody, and then call other people to understand what the heck's going on. It's stressful. My life is stressful. You know that? I mean, Trevor Sikkema had a tweet. I posted it on Snapchat. I mean, it was like, Bucs fans have really had the roller coaster of emotions. We have had the roller coaster of emotions. I'm ready to get off, actually, because it's like Titanic. Oh, we're good. Titanic, we're good. Titanic, we're good. Titanic, we're good. And then now it's like we're there, but it's like, what? Like, what? I just want like a smooth ride. Like, why do we have to hit an iceberg? Why? We have good technology now. This isn't 1920 whenever the heck Titanic went under. We can see that. Why do we have to hit these icebergs still? I don't get it. Guess why it's called the Titanic. At least we didn't sink though yet, because it will sink. I can't. There's just a reality. Okay, Brady will leave eventually. That's just a fact, and we will sink. The ship will sink hard, but we just enjoy it while we have it. That's the key. So Todd Bowles, interesting choice over Byron Leftwich. I would not have done Todd Bowles over Byron Leftwich. Actually, maybe I would have. I don't know. I should have maybe normally I have notes. I kind of think out what I'm going to say. I form an opinion. This I was like, no. We're going right into this. There's a lot of pros. I mean, Todd Bowles, yes, I think is maybe a better head coach, but then I don't know, because then it seems like Leftwich and Brady, though, were getting along so good. It might have been good to promote him, but then Brady would have stayed longer. I don't know. I mean, I don't. But Bowles, I know, is, and look, and a lot of Bucs fans are going to be mad because it's going to be like, well, he's the guy that blew the play. He did blow the playoff game. No doubt about it. He blew the playoff game, but he's our head coach now. I don't know what you want me to say. I mean, he's the head coach. So there's nothing we can really do. I mean, it's to me, it's a coin toss between him and Byron Leftwich. I mean, they went Bulls, more experienced guy. Now, he's a failed head coach, but it was with the Jets. Almost doesn't really count. He actually had a winning record there one year, went 11-5, didn't make the playoffs, so that was kind of weird. And Leftwich is just young and experienced. I get it. I think this could be good for us. I mean, I thought honestly, ultimately, I did think that either Bulls or Leftwich would be our next head coach. It's just shocking that it's now and that there was actually a beef between Arians and Brady. I find that a little off-putting, I guess I should say, because I really like both of them. I love Bruce Arians. He says it how it is. He really, a lot of people say, oh, it was only Brady's the only reason we got good. That's true to an extent, but Arians really did help change the culture, and a lot of people bought into Arians. I still like Arians. I get the personality disagreements that Brady and Arians had, but I don't think it's because Arians is a bad guy. It's not like, he's a jerk or he cusses out. I just think it was different. He's chill and Brady's like not chill. So, and I think it's good for the both of them. And I think that personally they probably do get along. I just think from like a professional standpoint, it just wasn't really working. And that's why, we should have won the Super Bowl this year, if we're being honest, but we lost in the divisional round. So we'll see. This is a new era of Buccaneer football. And we're in it right now, and this is it. But maybe I will say this now. Now, if Brady stays for a couple more years now that Arians is gone, maybe Brady's like, hey, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna stay. Then I will be all over this one. But I don't know. It's just weird. It's kind of bizarre things happening in Tampa, Florida, and yeah. The people we still need to re-sign are Gronk. Gronk needs to be re-signed. There's still JPP. There's still no Ndamukong Suh. I say let JPP walk. I mean, we drafted Tryon and edge rusher in the first round to essentially replace him. But if JPP comes back for cheap, you take anyone come back for cheap, especially a veteran, good leader, right? We need to get Suh back. But that's even then, I might let him walk. Drafted defensive tackle in the first round. But oh yeah, Carlton Davis is back. He signed a new contract. So I'm normally more prepared than this, but it's just weird. It's just weird. And I'm going to make another video here soon. By soon, I mean probably after exams, where I'm really going to go in detail over everything. And I'm going to have some of you on the show. You know what? Some of you are going to be on the show. I'm going to be like, have a little interview. I'm going to talk to other fans. People can get to know. I'm actually probably only going to do this one time, and then if it goes well, we'll see. We'll have some people on, people that I like, that like the Bucks, obviously, and maybe they'll offer they'll say some of their perspectives. I mean, it's just crazy times that we are living in here, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy times. Tom Brady's retired. Tom Brady's back. Then Bruce Arians is retired. Then Alan Marpet's retired. Then we re-sign Godwin and Jensen, and then we lose Kappa. Then we get Fournette. Then we get Russell Gage. That was a good signing. I'll go into a lot of detail about that. That was actually a fantastic signing. And do you know why I know it's a fantastic signing? Because Russell Gage is going to be our wide receiver 3. And do you know what that means? He is replacing Antonio Brown, because that's what he was. And I do not think Russell Gage will take his shirt off and quit in the middle of the game, which automatically makes it an upgrade. It automatically does. So we already won that. We traded for guard Shaq Mason from the Patriots. That was a fantastic trade by Jason Fleesom Light. Yeah, that's what I just said. Let that sink in, because you guys know how much I have slandered Jason Light on this account. Jason Light just fleeced the Patriots on that, and that's why he's Jason Fleesom Light. He just got a starting right guard, not like an all-pro, but a solid starting right guard for a 5th-round pick. Take that all day of the week. All day of the week. And he's working with Brady. It's great trade. Great trade. Even if he doesn't work out, it's only a 5th-round pick, and he's a star, so I don't care. Okay, so we have that, and then I guess we're going to have Stinney replace Marpet, which honestly we probably should consider drafting a guard, to be honest, but we'll look into that. I mean, and then Oh my gosh, we have a lot to discuss. You people, you people. What has happened to our football team? A lot of drama. Last season there wasn't this much noise. It was like just calm and I could lay down, I could close my eyes, I could hear the waves crash and the birds tweeting. And now I can't close my eyes because it's constantly a thunderstorm and hitting icebergs. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. But I'll make more in depth ones. They're gonna be better. But this is insane. Brady and Arians really had beef, and now Arians is gone. Now it's the Todd Bowles era. It's the Todd Bowles era. We're back. We are back. There's a lot of noise. Okay, do you know? There's also a lot of noise at a concert, but you like the concert, don't you? So we're back. Don't let anybody tell you we're back. Brady's not going to Miami. Brady's not going there. I sitting down. I was with these Miami people at dinner. Okay, I was with these Miami people. They're like, "Oh yeah, Brady's gonna come here." Give me a break. He's not going anywhere. He's not going to Miami. I mean, he might live there. In fact, he will live there after he retires. He's building a mansion there. But he's not going to play football there. I can tell you that much. And we're back. We're going to be the Super Bowl champions. Look, we're back. Okay. At the end of the day, Brady, the Brady bunch is back. Tom Brady, Fournette, Godwin, all big people. We just need Gronk back. I think that's the one like mandatory piece we need back, and then we're pretty much set. Sue and JPP are kind of more, I would say, luxury pieces, but yeah, we're back. And even though this is bizarre, it's actually beyond bizarre. It's actually really weird. But here starts the Todd Bowles era, and I will see you next time.